Hello, hello. Oh, chat seemed to have failed. Let's pop that up, even though we're all alone. Ooh, we're all alone. Oh no. No big issue, okay? Because even if we're alone, we can still make this a little fun, okay? So today, we have some progress, right? We have number 1. Well, I don't know. I think I want to show. Yeah, we're going to show, okay? We have some good progress in the code. I've made some code before the stream. By before the stream, I mean hours ago, but still, I'm still in, okay? We're still going to be able to make some code. Also, I am certainly not sick anymore, and my daughter is getting way better. We're good. We're so good. We're so back. So let's get to it, okay? Let's get to it. Now there are... Oop, I almost spoiled. Well, maybe I'm doing... okay, I'm spoiling a lot. I'm just spoiling. Who cares, okay? There are 2 cool things that I've done. Well, maybe 3, but some of them are combined, okay? First thing that I've done is I've simplified the line implementation. So I created a class called line, and that class can do a couple of things, but one of the cool things that it does is it also has place for the position of the character. So we know which character the instruction starts on and which character it ends on. So when we're going to make an interface, we're going to actually be able to highlight only the specific code that we want. So that's going to be very cool. Hi Enigma, how you doing today? So we now have the char position locked and loaded. It works. Now, a fun thing that I've done with this implementation is that I've also made it possible for me to just give it a source range, or they call it an extent normally. So I can just pass, just do line, give it the source range or the extent, and it will be able to place everything at the right place. So I don't know if I have an example that I can show. It's just, look at this. Look at how cute this setup is. This is so good. I love it. So that's the first thing. Second thing, I was looking at the actual output of our program, and even if I kind of refined it a little bit and we got somewhere last stream, at the end of last stream, I still want more. It still doesn't look good enough to me. So I did a little bit of work. And I was looking at my terminal, and I had 2 issues, okay? Number 1 issue was that often the output that we would have would be way bigger than what was needed. Hi, Stan. Am I on the right window now? Okay, I am. Good. It's going good. Worked on hardware across classes. I've killed some bugs off camera. Exactly. Good to hear that you're going good. Hi again, Stan. So, we've had this issue where we have like lines that are too big and they just like roll off to eternity. I don't know how they call it, but it's very annoying me. It's annoying me very much because you just don't understand anything else when this happens, right? Because is it like me that has done the writing in that way? Is it because the line collapsed on itself? Is it becomes complicated for nothing? So I added a variable which allows us to cut the string output of some parts of the program. So the parts that, of course, will be too long. So now we have that level of control that allow us to make sure that we don't print something way the fuck too long, and it will like rewrite it in a better way with the appropriate knowledge. You'll see it makes sense. Second thing for, for visibility. Well, I'll just run it. Colors, okay? We need some motherfucking colors, man. That's how we're going to read this shit. So, a little bit more colors, just to have an idea of what the F we're seeing. But here you see an example, right? So here it detected the line was too long, so it collapsed it, and it put free space. I'm now using spaces just so it's more detectable. And if this line would be too long, it would collapse again. And I've implemented the same thing here just to like test it a bit more. So here we have the same principle, right? So when it gets too far, it will just start a new line. So I think it's way more readable because we don't have a lot of case like this one with a fucking line that flips around and that becomes too complicated. So that's very good. And these are just way more readable. Because, of course, we have the spacing. That makes sense. But also, some colors. Thinking in 2 to the 8th. Fuck. That's 256. Okay, 256. I'm thinking in 256 dimension. Indeed, okay. Instead of 0. That's very fair, okay? Very, very fair. So, did you really take that long? True. It was about time. Like, I looked at my terminal, and I saw the colors on it, and I was like, bro, there's no way that we don't have colors yet. You should know that at the back of your hand, man. What, for how things are written or colors? Anyway. So, now things are a bit more readable. Or maybe classic 80 character for a row. Well, the system is not perfect, and I didn't want to put too much time into it for now. The way that the two like implementation that I've done, they take 60 character. If the last line that you're supposed to print is more than 60 character, then it will print whatever the fuck it wanted on the next line. So let's say that you were at 59, you could have something like 10, 20 characters long. So we probably end up at the same place, right? My goal was to make sure that we had enough real estate at that place, right? So it looks really good to me, right? So, like, that feels good. That feels good to me. And I don't know if I said it, but the lines too, right? So we have lines and we have where, well, the character positioning. Now, of course, the C preprocessor isn't precise enough for this, and we couldn't, under our current implementation, make it precise enough. So it just shows 0, which means not initialized because it starts at character 1. But on the other places, it works and it shows the right characters and right line. So it's way more readable and it's going to be way more manageable down the line. Bit levels, the same as memory size. Don't need more. Yep. Indeed, unlike for you, my friend, you're gonna have to suffer. I feel like I'm just shifted like this. Anyway. So this is good, right? This is all good freaking news. Now, I had a couple of things that popped up into my brain. one of them... wait a minute. Okay, first of all, this one is not at the right position. So the closing thing should have 3 more space to it. So let's just fix that right away. Did I make any more of these? Yes, I added this one. So that's to make sure that if we don't want Syndex to have the bypass, because we had a bypass for the if-def. Yes, for the if-defs. If we don't want it to apply, we have a simple way to disable it without going into the code. Oh, also, fuck, right before I do this, I should stop yapping and do what I wanted to do before forgetting. Okay, it was this shit. Okay, so end of the squiggly parenthesis. I don't remember the name. What's the name? Curly brace, I think. Okay. Where the fuck are they defined? They're defined in the print. In the print statement for AST. AST print. And where? Oh, that's where. Here we go. So that we can save. So that should do it. That should look good. Or maybe not. Fuck, I'm a dumb fuck. Right, because... Oh, it's because children was on a new line. Oh, shoot. Right, here it's on a new line. That's why we have this issue. Okay, I guess no matter how we do it, it's going to look bad in some instances. It was good enough. I think it's me that was going crazy with the parenthesis thing, with the curly brace. Yeah, it's probably me, right? Because this is linked to this. This is linked to this because it's from here. Alright, that makes sense. Alright, okay. Where the fuck was I? Before cooking myself? I wanted to do something else too. I had something to explain that I don't remember. But who cares? It's probably part... Yes, okay, I created a new class to separate everything that scans the code from a master file, which was there to just like get things from Git. So yeah, I separated them. It just makes things a little bit clearer in the code, and it should allow me to collapse a bunch more shit, which should help me just travel my code. Is there a way that I can collapse all of this with it still executing itself? Like, can I just out of nowhere put these? Is this a valid thing? Guess not. Bro, I don't see this working. Alright, I'll just bite the bullet and live with it. It triggers me that I have this big chunk of things. Maybe I should put it at the end, just so it doesn't bother me. Yeah, that's probably the way. Alright. I'll need to start doing actual things instead of just designing, but who the fuck cares, okay? We need things to look good. So like, let's put this here. And now it should run. Alright. Okay, we're getting closer and closer to something that is fucking readable. And I love it, okay? So, that's great. Alright. What was my next thing? I'm so self-confusing. Alright, can I remove, like, class stable because it's big as fuck? Thank you. Let's just collapse all of these. Because I don't need to know about them. I don't need to give a shit about them. And they're way too big. Get away. Alright. Way better now. Okay. Okay. So we were at parsing some shit. So let's actually get to parsing some shit. So, okay. So right now, what do we have, right? Let's open up the actual code. Okay, maybe that's not the best way. Do we have a copy here? Oh yeah, we have. Let's just copy the copy. Boom, boom. Here we go. Okay. And let's just think about what we have and what we want. I'm trying to make sure that you can see it, actually. All right. Okay, it's going to be hidden a little bit, but live with it, okay? So, here we have this actual struct. Now, we can check its children. So, we have host name. Now, host name, we need to know a couple of things from it, right? We need to get that it's a pointer. We need to get that it's a const char. And we need to be able to categorize what type of type we have, right? Because here, there could be 3 different things. There could be a prior struct. There could be a pure type, let's put it that way, like a char. Or there could be a type def, like size t or U32. So we need to account for like all of these possibilities inside of the code that we're, doing for this. So as soon as we have a field declare, we need to keep in mind these are the 3 possibilities. So the first thing that we should do is know if it's a pointer. Because remember, as soon as we have a pointer, to be able to determine anything about the type, we need to get the type from the pointer. Because if we don't, it's never going to be able to tell us that it's type def. It's not going to be able to tell us that it's from a struct. So it will just do retarded shit, and it's not going to be fun. So first thing, get the type from the pointer. And we should also store the some information about said pointer. Because remember, const can be applied to a pointer directly, right? So it looks retarded, but this is valid, right? So you could have a const pointer host name, whatever the fuck that means. So that's something to keep in mind. So, with that said, we should create a new class, more class. Let's call it AST type. And AST type will be there to store these information. So it will have a am I a pointer? It will have the am I a type def, or struct. And then it could have some more information depending on what it is. Yeah, that sounds like the best way to do it. I think I've yapped. I think I've yapped enough. Okay, I yapped enough. Let's fucking do this. I believe we've already started this. So AST type. We need to go where we were processing. So we went to parse. Then we detect a struct. We go there. That's the thing here. Oh, what's going on? Don't speed. We're supposed to go at 30 here. There's children. All right. Maybe there's too much spacing in this. All right. Okay, so here we're checking if it's a pointer, and then we create our specific type, which removes the ambiguity we were talking about pointers and type and these things. So here, okay, start check struct member within if children. Okay, I get it. So that's the struct declare. Fuck J. Let's give these things some real name, because we're going to get insane. So fuck J in this circumstance, we're talking about member declaration, I believe. Oh, field declare. Oh, but it could be something else too. Let's call them members. Member declare. Yeah, that makes sense. So member declare. All right. And let's just do the replace fuck J with member declare. And we're going to roll through this just so it's a bit more readable. Yeah, we're going to use fuck J with a dot here. I just want to skip the other fuck J's. Alright, we good. Okay. So now we have a real name and member declare type. Member declare type, member declare type. Oh well, I could have done the fuck J thing. Anyway. No big issue. Any other fuck J? I don't think so. Alright, we good. So let's go through this step by step. So we had the pointer, and we get a member declare type, which removes the ambiguity. Now here, at this level, we should still start this idea of, do we have a const pointer, right? Is this a thing that we have? So let's actually start with a type, right? Let's open up. Let's do class type. Do we make it AST? Or do we make it something else? Let's make it AST. Let's make it AST. Faith. Class. This. Here we go. AST type. Do I use... No, I don't use capitals on all of them. But the AST one, I do. Okay, so... I guess we do. Alright. So what should I want from a type? I guess at that level... I probably don't want to store any line number. Because we're getting a bit too deep. And it becomes retarded. So let's not do that. No line number. Now, we already have the name of the variable itself. So that part is not important. But we would need the type name. Or well... we would... Okay. Okay. Let's... You know what? Let's make this... So we're going to make an init that doesn't do much, okay? So here's the idea, okay? We're going to create an init with a bunch of default values, and we're just going to declare an AST type at the start of our thing. So here, and we're just going to drag it through and set things each time that we have the information. So for now, we're just going to set a bunch of default values that we're then going to be able to fill up. But then we're not going to make it part of AST because AST prints itself in a weird freaking way. Alright, that will make sense. Yep, okay. So let's make a bunch of default values. So... we should start by, let's call it type style. So by that, let's just put some descriptions. By that, what we mean by type style is, music please. Right. Type style, it will be between 0 equals undefined. Undefined? Yeah. Let's not put too much spaces there. Okay. 1. Oh, well. We must have enums, right? In Python? That would be pretty. Right, like this. That would be cute. Okay. Can I see it in being used? Oh, it's probably going to be freaking ugly. Let's just take a tutorial. Will I always need to do like my enum something? Okay, that's actually cute. Okay, well, that's not that retarded. I mean, I love that solution, okay? That's actually, yeah. Okay. So I would need to just add something like undefined at the start. Okay. Okay, that does it. So here we should have like pure. We could have AST type def. Let's put capitals. I like capitals. And let's do struct. And undefined. Alright, that's cute. I love that. I think it's pretty obvious what it is. Alright. Alright. I like this. I like this. Okay, that's a great setup. Okay. Okay, we go on. So we have type style. That's done. Now, okay, we should probably have something like pointer. That should be the default. Whoops. Pointer. In here we would have false. Yep. All right. All right, now I'm just trying to think to make sure that I'm not doing something retarded, but I think we good. Okay. So we have our enum wannabe, if we were in C. We know if it's a pointer. Then we should know if it's a pointer const. Then we should know if it's a const. Then we should know. Should probably look into the code that I'm going to do, right? So if it's a pointer, Oh, we probably should have some, like if it's a pure value, we should be able to get a number from Syndex, right? We had a place where we have a list of every possible thing. Where is it? Is this it? No. Is this it? We're still at the same place, I guess. We're still at the same place. That's not it. Not it, Chief. Where is it? Where it gives us a number for all the type. It looks like a super cute solution to everything. Here we go. Type kind. Right, we have a number for each one of them. So we should probably store that. Now this should be stored only for a pure type, because for the two others, like for a type def, would it make sense? No, because a type def, we're just going to point to the type def. We don't need to have more information about it. So let's make, let's call it pure something. Let's make a section. Pure. Oh, well. Pure. Pure kind. I guess that makes sense. And we should put to none. And what's fun is we should be able to iterate through all of these, and if they're false, we don't have to display them, right? That's going to be the big way we're going to print this in a pretty version. So that's going to be fun. Okay, pure kind, none. Now, I think I'm skipping some things. There's more. Why am I opening all of this and flashbanging you? There's more that we're able to have, right? Okay, so this is something we already have. Okay, for the other two, we probably should try to locate, like for a type def or a struct, we probably should try to locate which file they're from and store the name itself. So that's something that we could share. What the fuck? Okay. AST type struct. I'm here, by the way, just working, so if you need anything C specific, I'm available. Oh yeah, I know you're there. But no, I think I'm doing good. I don't know, I'm just asking myself questions. Static, maybe? That's a question that I could have for you. In C, like besides pointer and const, what could be applied to a variable would be like static, and that's about it, right? There's nothing else that could be applied to a variable. And then I leave, letting you talk at a screen. Based. There would be unsigned, but unsigned is already taken care of. So besides pointer, const, yeah, I think static is there. And I just don't freaking know how it works. But I'll store it. And I guess that in special cases, war crime could happen where the pointer itself would be static. That sounds so bad. Like, isn't static... Static is there to phase in and out of memory, I think. That's what somebody told me, okay? It's to make sure to unload or maybe keep loaded in memory. I don't know. Hard for me to remember these things. So here, we should probably have location. For any struck. If we have that information, it would be good. Bro, I said none. Okay. Location, well, the name. So, type name. Alright, type name, location. Oh, maybe we can get crazy precise with location, right? Because location could be a file, but true syntax, I'm sure we can get a line, right? That could be cool. Okay. All right, that looks pretty good. Okay, and now let's just make the thing so we can display it, the string. All right, let me just steal this and rewrite it afterward. Okay, so we want to return, we're gonna need a loop. So let's call it result. What the fuck? Result, okay. And that's a string. Now, our string should be... Oh, we should probably check that first, right? Okay, I should have a match here. Match. This. Case. This. So here, if it's undefined, we should return AST type undefined. Let's just put it like that. Yeah, that's pretty clear. We could also make it red, because we shouldn't see that often. Now let's make a new case. For type pure. With this shit, it just looks so much cleaner. Holy fuck. It's unhinged. Okay, let's just make result Okay, so let's make a result string. We're going to add to it. And what we're going to add to it is this. Oop. So that way we can do the same for type def. And we can do the same for struct. And here we have the end for result. All right, okay. So we passed through this. We have cleaned the undefined. Now we have all of the other that open a parenthesis. So what we should do is read through all of the argument that we have beside type style, like we did for AST. It's vars. For key in vars. And we need to do get attribute to get to the details, I think. Get attributes, yes, okay. So I go through each one with get attribute. Okay, so this will give us the result here, and key itself should give us the name here. So then all that we have to do is to chain these up like this, and make it pretty. So we would want another one for key, this. I'm just thinking if I'm making a blunder. Okay, let's try it. Okay, this. And we should probably remove the last character, because if we don't, we're going to have this comma thing and it will look retarded. So let's do that. Oh, but if the value is none, we need to know about it, right? And we need to skip it. So if this, right? So Pythonix should tell us that if it's none, we don't go down that route. If it's false, we don't go down that route. If it's 0, like this, we don't go down the route. All right, this should print okay. Yes. Good. Good. All right. Maybe it would be cool if I put another color here. Nah. Let's keep it simple. Okay. So we have a new AST type that has a bunch of shit in it that we can now fill. So let's actually fill it. So let's do the init, and after that we're just going to have to add the things one by one. Where is the thing? All right, here we are. And let's call it 80. No, that's ASTT. Will be a little AST. Here we go. That looks better. All right. So let's set our variables accordingly. So if it's a pointer, well, we should note down that it is a pointer. So pointer equals true. You know what? Let's do it after this. So if it's a pointer, we set it to true. Now we should know if the pointer itself is const static or something else, right? So we need a test here to know if something is static. So, oh well, do we? Yes, or else we're getting retarded. Okay. So if type kind, not kind. If type dot is there is something for is const or static. Circuit is actually coding. Holy, indeed. Some days I like to. Okay. Leave me be, bitch. Okay, let's go take a look. There's a part of type something. Oh yeah, type, good. We should be able to get here if it's a const. Is const qualify? Thank you, Lord. All right. So here we should be able to say if the pointer itself is const. Here we go. Then we could check for static, right? For the pointer itself. Is static. That's something that we have, right? Or maybe not. Go fuck yourself, I guess. I don't even know what it means anyway. Why am I bothering with something that I don't know what it is? Is static method. Okay, and where are we? Bro, in cursor. Alright. So that kinda screwed me up. Well, can we actually have static inside of a struct? Probably not, right? Let's just check. Fuck. AI, help me. Mm-hmm. Oh no. Okay, let's not think about C++. All right. Of course I paid for it. I like my Google. And also, it can make cute little images. Right? I ask for another. I asked for cute little pictures. And well, My daughter seems to love them, okay? So it's good enough. Alright. Is that Ned? Sit, that's why I can buy a GPU with... Bro, fuck your GPU, okay? Go back to working, Wagey. Alright, so me trying to detect static is fucking retarded. So let's actually kill this. This makes my life way simpler. Yes, I can generate. My fridge is doing weird sounds. Anyway. God damn, it's pretty good. Wait. God damn, they got it on luck. Like the artifact here, I know YouTube probably compressed the fuck out of it. But like apart from the artifact here, looks pretty fucking convincing. Can I download it, please? And not have to wait between 15 and 7 megabytes? What the the quality on this, bitch? What? How many pixel is this? Wait a fucking minute. Wait. I'm about to show a bunch of shit that I shouldn't show. Give me a second. Bro, that's 2K resolution. 2816. Okay, from up close it becomes way less convincing, right? The lines are drawn clearly. Although, look, if you fuck up the image a little bit more with some compression, this is getting dangerously based. The reflection in the screen, well, we don't know because it's full, right? Oh, okay, that doesn't work. We see a door. Yes, and that's okay that they have like a signature and a bunch of other stuff, but it's it's surprising. It's way better than I thought. Let's just put it that way. It's cute. What's up, Seb? You say all printers have signature in printed text. Like, you know what? Do they? Like, I know the, oh, yellow ink, right, in the page to know where I fucked around enough with printers to know that printer never work as they should. So how the fuck is it supposed to print a signature that is invisible, well, invisible, hardly visible, correctly, while it's not even possible to print the normal image correctly, right? Anyway, at the cost of 80% of the whole city electrical capacity in gallons of water, which somehow get intoxicated. You know what? I don't give a shit. Fuck your water supply, okay? I'm Canadian, bitch. I live for this. And by the way, we are going to be the one making the power. So go fuck yourself and die. AI water usage is a meme. It's so little compared to other industries. Frankly, I don't know and I don't give a shit. If it's a real problem, just legislate over it. Put a price on water. Who the fuck cares? I think when they say water... Like people that are whining about this shit, if you ain't giving me a solution that can be put inside of a bill, go kill yourself. And I also don't comprehend how it could use water. I mean, it's fucking computers. Using some for cooling, I guess? Does it really run through water and not recycle it? The water phase. I don't know what you're talking about, Seb. What did he do to his sister? I want to know. At least I know. Yeah, buy more Palantir. If and only if, okay? If I would ever invest in the US, okay? I would buy. Just to trigger everyone. Where the fuck were we, okay? Just a solid fucking green line here. Anyway. Okay. So we have the const thing. Okay, what the fuck else do we have? Okay, now we can get to the interesting part. So we're gonna be able to, now that we've fixed this, well, technically, not that yet, but soon enough, we can now try to know what the fuck it is. Alright, let's get to it. Oh, wait. Okay, I understand myself, who gives a shit? So let's use this. Alright, sorry. I wanted to make sure that I'm not retarded. We're good. Okay. So let's try to know if our thing is a const, okay? We need to know. Here we go. If it's a const, we're going to note it down. Oh, Curtis Yarvin. Oh, man. Really? Seb, that's true? Oh well. The AI says it all. Annie Altman, the younger sister of Sam Altman, has filed a lawsuit against him, accusing him of sexual abuse when she was a minor. The lawsuit alleges that Sam abused her for 9 years, starting in 1997 when she was 3 and he was 12. And how true is this? Like when did this lawsuit like happen? On Monday. Okay, bro. Okay, this is probably bullshit. 75k is probably the statute limit for this. Like, you cannot do more. But most likely, like, look, let's be honest. This to me sounds like classic extortion. He probably didn't do any of this shit. And she probably said, "You're rich, bitch. Give me like $1 million or I'm coming out with the suit." And he said no. That's probably what happened. Cancel Stallman. I'm all in for it, okay? I don't even give a shit. Innocent until proven guilty. Exactly what I'm doing, friend. How's the progress on your thing? We're progressing pretty freaking well. I can show you colors now. I did the color thing. It's all cute. We have a bunch of output. And we're out of the C preprocessor. It's done, okay? Completely done. We parsed everything. We won, okay? I fucked it. Well, we don't know if it's true or not until... Yeah, but now... Like, let's not kid ourselves, right? By coming out with... Fuck, I closed it, right? Okay. By coming out with this, she's already has done maximum damage. So right now, Sam Altman has no fucking reason to settle out of court. This would be retarded. Because it would make him seem like worse than he is. GNU sucks anyways. Based. GNU is based. No. No. GNU is lawyers trying to make themselves important in a world where for once in their fucking life they're not needed, okay? Now parse the mailing list. Based. Oh fuck, I'm mixing things. I'm sorry. Not talking about GNU. Talking about FOSS or something. It's another name. Wait. The Free Software Foundation. That's what I'm talking about. Like the code that is under their umbrella. It's okay, there's no issue with that. My issue is with the, if I want to be rude, the pedophilic lawyers, okay? That runs this shit. I mean, he is an Epstein defender. Why would she be waiting for so long? Well, look. Waiting long, that's not an issue. The, like, I don't know. Let's say that the same thing would happen. Let's say that Sam Altman was a nobody. The same thing would happen. And it was like just at the statutory whatever limit. I would say, okay, makes sense. But because he's rich, that kind of feels weird. Stallman openly embraced Dutch pedo party. Yeah, Stallman is a retard, but my big issue is that, look, maybe I'm the retard. Besides holding copyright, what the fuck is the Free Software Foundation doing? Right? Because if you want the TLDR, the reason why GPL v3 is fucking retarded, and also the way that it is because GPL v3 kind of forces you to, if you use a GPL program, you need to share the source that you have created with it. So what they're doing is they hold the copyright to the name of the thing. So let's say, I don't know that it is under GPL v3 and I don't care, but let's say Bash. If you hold the copyright for Bash and you're Cisco, for example, and you put it inside of your router, well, now you're kind of fucked, right? You're forced to put this little GPL v3 pamphlet with the shit that you're selling, and you're forced to share your source, because if you don't, well, the Free Software Foundation is going to open up a lawsuit against you and try to get money out of you. That's the whole fucking thing. That's all that they do. I haven't seen anything other than this. And to be honest, raping private companies, like in trying to get the source from them, in that way, sounds like the most useless, retarded way to do things. If you truly want everybody to use the same source, or the thing to be shared, just do a project that it's way better for you to be part of the project than not. Like Linux, right? Like, why would you create your own kernel while Linux is so fucking cool and that it's like reasonable? The buy-in, like, to become a kernel dev is reasonable. If your project's like that, you don't have any issue. You don't need a bunch of lawyers, right? So creating a system of fear around like this, that's dumb. Anyway, I just don't get it. I agree with Seb, but I know that that wasn't what Nigma meant. Okay, what Nigma means is that by default we use GNU software around the Linux kernel, and that's what we, like, expect, and that's the standard. So if we never had GNU, it would be a little bit harder to have Linux, because a lot of the infrastructure that we use under Linux was set up by GNU. But here I mean, it's just my bad. I should have separated Free Software Foundation from GNU, because they're two separate things, right? We would have had all the GNU softwares, even without it. To my knowledge, yes. And there is like one word that destroys everything. Well, destroys or will place your mind in order, Enigma. BSD. That's all you need to know. So, yeah. Okay. Enough memes. But fuck FSF. See you in another... No, you need to go Israel, Palestine on this one. See you in another 3,000 years. That OS was promised. Previous yes, working laptop Wi-Fi driver. Based. Alright. Let's stop the dumb shit. You know what? I should... Okay. This is big brain. Big brain. Oh, no. That would be retarded. Sorry. Forget what I said. Okay, so cons, that's done. Now we should know what the fuck it is. So to know what the fuck it is, we need to capture the kind variable thingy. I'm confused about what I'm supposed to do. Doobly-doo. WTFPL is best license. What is it, Waterfox? What the fuck do you want to publicly? That's pretty based. Oh, sorry, I didn't show it. Do what the fuck you want to. But it's missing the part where you're supposed to say that you don't have any responsibility. Rip. Yep. Alright. But it's funny. Fringe hardware. Round coup de fouet. Anyway. Yes, whip him down. Okay, I think I know how to get where I want to go. So let's just print. And let's make it red. Look at this shit. We're going to know the secret sauce with this one. Name capture AST undefined makes remaining pattern unreachable. You disgusting fuck. What the fuck does this even mean? Bro, I don't understand. Oh, it's this part. Are you okay? Do you need parentheses? What the fuck is this? Risk v supremacy. It's risk v supremacy until Linus yells about it for the 16th time. Why is there even 100 plus open source license? Because everybody that likes computers and that has a law degree decided to make their own. Thank you fucking retards. Python moment. It's so... like, it's so dumb. Like, you... do what you want. I have no responsibility. That's all there is to it. Yes, there is literally no reason, okay? Yell because some guy from some uni wanted big Indian it's not only that, okay? It's not only that, I guarantee you, okay? Look, gonna be honest here, I have no fucking proof, and if you ask me to produce it, I couldn't. But there is more yap from Linus about Risk 5, okay? And it's not only the maintainer that fucked up. He doesn't seem to like architectures from the start, but he doesn't like the new one better. Like, I get it, a lot of stuff, but does it make it scary? But it does make it scary. Yes, it does, because it's fucking retarded. Like, we make, like... it's transforming something so easy into something so complicated. And it just doesn't need to. Okay, you know what? I'll put some parentheses and I'll live with it, okay? I've got the nuts. Okay. Okay, okay. I get it, bitch. I get it. It's on, okay? It's on. I think I got it. Okay, let's just... is it really just... I'm too retarded to know that it's a number? It's really... it's just that. Bro. Kill me. No, we don't need that shit. We don't need light. Please don't. It was making views, okay? I gotta say. The kernel views, we gotta put Kant in that fucking frame, okay? He's gotta be there. But who gives a shit? That MIPS is good. It's probably the best fucking trash talk you could put out. Oh, man. Yeah. People have strong opinions when they're very young. And it gives out the dumbest things. And again, it's the cycle, right? It's the fucking cycle. I'm not going to get out of this. What's the name? It's Robbie Robertson or something like that. What's the name of the guy? A YouTuber guy that makes some fucking slop. Brody? Robert? Brody Robertson, yeah. So your average, like, 16-year-old is going to, like, use Linux for 5 seconds. Think he's a gigacoder. Watch for months of this fucking retardation. Unmitigated, no research, just shooting out the first thing you think with a populist lens on it. I'll kill myself. Mental outlaw? I don't know. I watch like a couple of these things. Sometime. Like okay. To me he feels a bit retarded. But I don't know. Maybe if I watch more, I'll love him more. His takes seems very basic. But he's less, I don't hate him, okay? He's not a Robertson level. Or still I can't do that buy those. Bro, that was such a trigger to me to like try Arch again and be like, there's no fucking way it's that easy. Like I used to when I was a kid. Arch was the thing that broke all the time. Like it was an actual fucking pain to use. And now it's like, is that for toddlers? Why does it still work? So, I mean, the ThinkPads, I mean, they're good computers, but like there's much better to have these days. Savvy Nick seems okay to me. I don't really watch much of him. He has an accent, right? He triggers me a bit. I'm racist.
Subjects in Linux and I break them down into simple to read documents.
Is it that he has an accent or it's him that triggers me? I don't know.
Torvalds is chiming in. We're going to be getting into the Linux kernel's debate on AI generated code, transparency, and whether it's going to produce AI slop. So let's get right into it. An Intel engineer, Dave Hansen here, proposed new guidelines for tool generated.
Oh no, it's the intonation. I'm a retard. Okay.
And this was a few months ago and is where this discussion all stemmed from. So we're going to read through. In the last few years, the capabilities of the coding tool.
Okay, no, this guy seems okay from everything that I've seen. Nothing bad to say. But I don't watch these type of things. He's grinding. He's getting it, okay? He's doing it. Good on him. But ain't my style. But much like every news, I do not take it 100%. I don't know. Like Like, is there any... I don't know, I'm just not interested anymore, I guess. Like, it's because, like, we say news, Brody... Like, if we're talking about Savvy Nick, maybe, but... Like, Brody isn't news, okay? He ain't news. He's your daily populist slop. That's all he is. Brody isn't awful or anything, he's just mega yapper, 20%, 20 to 1 yap. Yeah, true, there's that too. But, like, Brody is going to always frame the things into the most either outrageous or, like, untrue way possible. And that's the issue, is that unless you know how things work, you're going to get the wrong idea, and you're going to end up not getting any good information from him because he phrased it like a retard. I know that it's just because he needs to grind and make his YouTube work. I get it, okay? Look, if I needed money, I would do the same, okay? I would grind, okay? But there's Yap, and there's not good Yap, and those are not good Yaps. And yes, I think I fucked up something in my brain while answering, but I'm just not interested by Linux news unless we're talking about the kernel itself and like phoronics that will describe things pretty well. And I would say that the research going into like understanding a new feature is more interesting than the thing itself. Like just reading the news. I don't know, I tried some distro, landing on Fedora, it works, as for the package. Yeah, Stan, I get it. If it works for you, that's great. The thing is, we're so not at the same point that we were before, like rolling releases. That's the name, right? Rolling release. Arch is a rolling release. Arch rolling release. I just want to be sure that bro, that's not at all pure rolling release. Okay, yes, that's the right term. Like, before, rolling release would just die on you. They would just... You would look at them wrong, and you're gone. Now it's like, you use it for a year and a half, and maybe you have some bug, you download the LTS kernel, and you're good to go. It's that retarded. Alright. Okay, okay. I can complain all I want about somebody that yaps too much, but I'm a giga yapper. Elaborated. Alright, so elaborated is a struct, function, proto is a function. Good job, retard. And... Oh, fuck. We probably need to store that as well. Bonk. My brain. Alright. Okay. So we can detect. I know, I thought about Void Linux, but Fedora thanks to Red Hat much. Well, look, there are under some circumstance where like it has more chance to fail. Like I've experienced it. Like my capture card will just randomly fail because it uses a fucked up driver instead of something that is inside of the kernel, but that's something else. But yeah, like if you've got exotic hardware, I get how Arch could be a bad choice. If you've got bog standard shit, bro, don't waste your time. Sorry that I don't be sorry. If you think I was like pointing out something, I'm not. Okay, I'm talking only about me when I say things. Linux Mint is the GOAT. It is. It's just such a trigger for me because it's not that out. of the thinking box. Okay, I think I get what you mean. Again, making the difference clear yet summarized. And also, since I have skill issue and I like the fact that federal source key kernel. Yeah, that's something that triggers me about Arch. Arch won't, okay? I got so fucking triggered. But I get why. But like, there should be a big button with Arch install that should be like failsafe retard button, okay? And you should click it, and it should by default keep the kernel LTS right there, okay? Right there for you to use. There's no reason why that bitch is not installed by default. What the fuck? Bro, only one kernel? What the fuck? And the rollback is just them disabling the optimization while booting? What? Oh, man. Yep, Stan, I get you. The only problem that you can have with Linux is a new kernel that breaks something. And like, it's just because the feature that you were relying on was a old archaic feature and you didn't know about it. Or maybe it is... what makes more... If you think people... Nigma, the problem with people that people have with Arch is the reputation and the people that use it. The people hype themselves up so much with Arch. Like, it's... Now it's become a more a meme, so... Like, it's less bad than it was, but... I mean, people hype themselves way too much for using Arch. It was mostly a fighter package, I'm not sure. No, but those are all simple, right? Because in reality, no matter which one you choose, most things will still work. Right? Unless you, like, I don't know, somehow pulse wire plus plus nothing else and use X11 with that. What do you think of package manager in general? Do you like the concept of everything installable from package manager or not much? Yes, that's package manager on the are the greatest strength that Linux always had. Let's keep in mind that on Windows, like it was with Windows 8 that they got a store that is their equivalent of a package manager, right? So you're thinking like us, a Linux nerd, not normal individual. No, I'm thinking about enthusiast, not Linux nerds, but enthusiast. Nobody should use Arch if they're a normal individual. What the fuck? They should use Windows. 99% of cases. If they're very old and they have never used a computer, put them on Linux Mint, okay? Or if they're a conspiracist. Latest, let me see GPU. Yeah, I don't know what happened with the Nvidia and Wayland. Yes, that's the issue, Stan. Like, all of the package manager are fucking garbage on Windows. But like, think about it. you could have been in like 2006 using Linux, having a package manager, downloading software. And on Windows, you would have to go on Pornhub.com and try to find it. I'd say on Windows it's chickily. No, I'm talking for like the default option, right? Windows, you're comparing like apples and oranges. The start of the technology on Windows, it was the fucking store. With Windows 8. I do not know how to fully explain it here. See how it's a mess. It is easier refers for years, essentially. Yeah, NVIDIA is clearly starting to give a shit about Linux. You know, look, we knew the second they hired the guy that was carrying on his shoulders all that time the open source driver for NVIDIA, okay? The minute they hired the guy, you knew shit is good, okay? Shit is good. If you update stuff... Yes, but... Look, on Windows you must not compare, okay? We are so privileged to have package managers. It's so cool. Enigma. You're comparing things that are uncomparable. And you're putting situations that shouldn't be situationed. AMD drivers on Linux are super good quality in parts because AMD doesn't make them. True! AMD doesn't know how to make driver. The only thing that they can do is aids. Supposedly they hired the guy who open source driver, and when was it? Is there a kernel module like AMD has? That's not the point, Stan. Okay. First of all, I'm so confused. In Linux, most of the driver for... most of what is doing the heavy lifting for your GPU is outside the kernel. Like, AMD is fucking retarded, and there's a bunch of shit inside of the kernel that fills it up for some godforsaken reason, but it probably should have been like taken care of like any other driver, which is outside of the fucking kernel. And to be honest, I don't give a shit about open source driver for GPUs, but okay. The only thing that matters is that the support is good. Also, when it comes to Windows, it's not even usable for a normal individual. This is where you're wrong. You could install a RS through one GUI. Windows requires terminal. If you don't have 24/7 internet, that's not true. NVIDIA has no open source user mode driver. It is not true. Please, Nigma, please. Yes, Seb. There's two parts, DRM and outside the driver. But like, I don't give a shit. Okay? As long as it works. Why would many complain about it then? As many as in a noticeable bunch. Okay. I will be rude with you. No, I'm joking, I won't. You're a retard. Like all of the other retard. People don't know anything about anything and will yell about every stupid fucking thing ever, okay? Number one. The one thing that made me want to kill myself, or maybe like come permanently, okay? Because people are so fucking retarded. Remember when Windows 10 came out? People were like yelling that they needed to buy a new Windows. The Windows 7 keys were valid for Windows 10, and the Windows 8 keys were valid for Windows 10. In fact, Microsoft fucking merged their database, so right now, if you have an old Windows 7 key, it is still valid to install a brand new version of Windows 11. Okay, so that's my first yap. Second yap is with Windows 10 and with Windows 11, there always was a bunch of retard that were like, if you don't have internet, it doesn't work. Or, oh, you're forced to have a Microsoft account. No, okay? Most of the time, if you didn't have internet, it would allow you to make a fucking account. And people were, like, using a fucking store-bought computer that has a bunch of edits that would force you not to have that. Or they were, like, too retarded to know that if they have a fucking Ethernet cable in their computer, it might, or it just fucking might, force them to log into an account. Yes, Microsoft wants you to use their account. Why? Because they are so fucking done with dealing with people that lock out their computer with the fucking encryption key, okay? They're so fucking done. You don't even know, okay? People are so fucking retarded. They're going to encrypt their hard drive, kill their computer, and after that they're like, it's Microsoft's fault that I lost my data. No, okay? You clicked on encrypt and you fucking changed your password, you dumb fuck. So, sorry. Years of computer technician work, I'm done. People are retarded. People online say a bunch of shit. They don't know anything about anything. And they think that they have a right to be able to use something in the wrong way. They look at an hammer, they try to fucking stab a screw, and they're like, it is my right to use my hammer to stab in a screw. And when Microsoft is like, the screw comes with a fucking drill, and we're not going to allow you to do this shit. They start crying, and I want to kill myself. Each time that I see it, I just want to... No, I don't want to kill myself. I want to see them die, okay? I want to see them cry and die. Okay. Well, alright. My knowledge on that is crude there then. Don't worry. People are fucking retarded, and they repeat that again, and again. Windows is user-friendly because it comes on the computer. You buy it from the store. Yes, true too. That's not true, Maple. Unfortunately, I tried using a Windows 7 for 7 or 10. It didn't work, unfortunately. Well, it was the case before, but no longer. That's not true. Not true, Volt. Do you know what you have? I know what you have, okay? Go look at your key. Your key is a starter key. It's not any type of key. It's a starter key. Because all types of keys, but starter keys, work. Are we going... So, are we going for, like, hybrid kernel? Working for anything Microsoft related is thanks to your soul. We're watching evidence of this in real time. True. Yes, because they're still valid. I mean, unless it changed within last year, okay? Don't forget that you have strong views the same way as I have my strong views. Yes, but yours are backed by you being a dumb fuck on the internet, and mine are backed by 6 years of work. So. Unless we're talking about C. Both valid. Nope. No, not everything is equally valid. Not all point of view are valid. I don't give a shit. Just leave it deactivated or crack it or whatever. No one really cares. True. Just use PyKMS, guys. PyKMS. You host this on your home server or straight on Windows after disabling Defender. PyKMS. It can activate literally anything. You need an office. It can do that too. So, very fucking easy. Use PyKMS. Make your own server. Have fun. I know you're making a joke, but my point here is that I've had clients upon clients tell me this shit to my face and tell me that I'm a retard. And each fucking time, I would make money on their back. So, I don't give a shit, okay? Be a retard, but that's up to you. And fun fact, okay, to go back to Vault, there is even a special version of Vista that could be activated on 10. I don't remember which one it is, but there was one, okay? Trust me. Most of them are user error. Yes and no. Most of the time it was viruses, or like the big one was the it took control of your browser, put it full screen, and put an alarm on it. The big issue is that often people that would have this would like end up going on these websites again, and they would come back frustrated because they thought that we like haven't removed any viruses. But we have removed the viruses. It's just that you're retarded and you you fucked it up again. Malware is user error. I don't know if we can. I don't have the same categories as you. Let's just say that. Windows is one big virus, not gonna lie. True. Unless Windows... No, it's... Please. No, it's just that I find it hard to blame someone that goes on Facebook and that clicks on what looks exactly like a post and ends up like just getting that full screen thing, right? It just happens to them. Like it's hard to blame them. Home basics, yeah. There's nothing you'll be able to do. No, the period to upgrade, that's a lie. The thing that you have is, wait a minute. It's a small laptop, right? It was sold with the small ass shitty laptop. Wait a second. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not fucking up. Yeah. It's a decent laptop. Oh. Like that would surprise me. It has a sticker. Yes, the thing I'm saying is that for some time, like there would be an AF version of Windows that was sold. And it had that name, I think. Maybe I'm fucking up. Windows versions 7 name. Edition maybe? Maybe. Editions. 6 Home Premium, Professional Ultimate. Yeah, those are the default. Now, what you have? Home Basic. Yeah, Home Basic, I think, is that app version. Okay, so there's Starter. Starter is the stripped down. Wait. Home Basic was only sold on emerging line. Okay. Yeah, so it's made like Starter, that's why. So you have a half version of Windows, that's why. But every other are upgradable, and they will still be. They will always be. By the way, thank you for sharing that view. I, of course, consider user errors, but I do not have firm points for it until now. The account stuff. Yeah, like, it's very easy to judge. Whoops. It's very easy to judge people and to, like, look at it and be like, they're so fucking dumb to get these viruses into. But no. People are very smart, okay? People are very smart and they're going to fuck you up if they want to. Okay, grandma, she's put the Somali pirate video, okay? I'm the captain now, okay? That's a grandma, okay? Well, she's going straight for the building. Alright. Microsoft. Guess I'm unlucky to live in Ukraine then. Well, it's not only a Ukraine thing. They would sell these AF license all over the place. It's probably way harder for a French Canadian to have their hand on them because, well, we have a specific keyboard, but yeah. And it also made the laptop cheaper for you, so that's positive on you. My motherboard is 9 years old. Based. It is very easy for everyone to criticize. Send patches. Talk is cheap. Send patches. Yep. No, that's the thing that's triggering me is that that quote-unquote time to upgrade. That's kind of true, but kind of not true. Because from my understanding, it's just that if you had a computer with Windows 7 and you would use the like upgrade feature, it would like whenever it would check the version, it would like bypass somewhere on Microsoft's end. There's no... They don't give they don't have separate stores for the keys. They don't give a shit. It's very not true. From my latest reality. What the fuck are we talking about here? It wasn't cheap, but I have another cheap ass laptop for my interview. Yeah, I don't know why we care about licenses anymore. To be honest. Oh, true. We don't have statutes of a limitation in Canada. Let's not say that. But let's just say that nobody gives a shit, okay? Nobody gives a shit. You've paid your fair share to Microsoft if you've bought a computer. I use their services, okay? I'm good. You say it wasn't cheap, but it probably was cheaper because it has that key. But yes, performance. Alright. I don't know. We're not going to make more code. Clearly, I'm stuck here and I'm just yapping. So, does this actually run, or have I broken something? Alright, tomorrow we're going to get on this. That's the part that's important here. And that part I said that I needed to delete. Let me just make sure that I'm not doing something dumb. Have I already resolved that issue? ... Yes, I have already resolved the issue. Okay. Let's remove the war crimes. There we go. Cleaner code. And that part can go fuck itself. There we go. And let's just put ourselves right where we want to be. Which is here. All right. That should be good. It was $700 to $1,000 price. It's quite a lot in my mind. Oh yes, I'm not saying that it while we get out, okay? I'm not saying that it was like cheap. I'm saying that it was cheaper. Right? Because it would be cheaper if you have like $25 to $50 less to pay because of the license. What, you don't have at least $500 to spare? I think that's a joke that Nimmo is doing. He's talking about a laptop from years ago when he was a kid. Alright. That's good. I don't have to fucking cook your ass for 15 years. So that said, I'm sleepy. I'll get the fuck out. I'll go eat the rest of the fries that I made myself. And I'll go sleep. And I'm happy because my daughter is not sick anymore. So I'm alive, bitch. I'm out of it, okay? Good night. Bye-bye.